I think Labour's New Year's resolution is to turn every single hotel in Britain into a base for illegal immigrants. When you see scenes like this, don't look at that as a boatload of people. Start looking at it in terms of hotel numbers. So every boat now has about 65 illegal immigrants on it. So if we take the Maidenhead Holiday Inn, for example, which is now a migrant hotel, apparently that has 350 rooms. So roughly every 5 boats that cross the Channel is another hotel. Look at it like that. Every 4 or 5 boats coming across the Channel is another migrant hotel somewhere in the country. 450 illegals came across the Channel on Christmas Day. I mean, I've got the latest figures for you here, courtesy of our Home and Security editor, Mark White. There's been a 25% increase in Channel crossings since last year. We're up to 37,000 for the year, 20,000 since Labour came to power. Home Office Minister Dame Angela Eagle claims that there are 220 hotels now in use. I actually suspect that number is much higher than that. 14 have opened since the election. So, like this one in Altrincham in Greater Manchester, where several hundred Middle Eastern men have just, called it home.
I find it frankly unbelievable. There's a lollipop man on the doorstep because that's how close the primary is. There are 2 all-girls schools within 10-minute walk. They have to go past an at-risk area. Have they broken into the country illegally and claimed asylum?
They're taking over care homes that are also right next to primary schools, and ordinary, hard-working, just normal people are the ones who suffer.
When I'm at work and my missus and kids are at home and they're in bed at the early hours of the morning at 4:30 when I get up for work, I'm going to be worried while not being around in this area. I'm going to be worried for their safety.
Local councils are crippled. They're trying to find social housing stock for illegal immigrants, and the fact is Great Britain has a giant open border with absolutely no deterrent. So Keir Starmer and Yvette Cooper will say that the deterrent is the threat of deportation. Well, look at this. A paedophile who was jailed for child sex abuse images couldn't be deported because it would have affected his right to a family life, which presumably, by the way, includes access to his own kids. Mental. Apparently, there are more than 10,000 hotels in Britain, in the whole of the country. If we keep going the way we are, it is no exaggeration to say they will all be full of illegal immigrants within the next 5 years.